PowerPoint. I think we should let the panel of dragons stand up and introduce themselves. Yeah, we start from here.
Thanks, Hannes. The name is Prabhakar. It's a tongue twister. I represent a company called Infosys Technologies. We're a $5 billion US, 120,000 employee company globally. Started in India. And I've been teaching, I've been training, I've been an entrepreneur myself for 7 years before I moved to Stockholm. Very glad to be here, and I don't know why we're called dragons. They're not that scary. I hope we're not going to be that scary today.
I'm Johan Jörgensen. I come from the company Grädde Invest, which invests tiny bits of money and a lot of energy into startup companies in the internet sector. We're a total of 6 partners. All are very experienced and senior entrepreneurs. We would love to help you build your companies.
Hi, my name is Fredrik Weisner, and I'm investment manager at Innovationsbron, a venture capital company owned by Industrifonden and the Swedish state. And we, same as Grädde, we invest in very early stage companies from very different sectors.
Hello, my name is Björn Strand, come from the company advertising and marketing company Lansera. We work with helping companies to get out their products to the consumer market, specialized on that. And we work with big clients like Guldfund and Hallbergsguld, Electrolux and so on, and to small companies, help them bring out their products to the consumer market.
Beth, Topolovsky. My company is called Stinson Partners. And I actually sit between the venture guys and the companies. So we go into companies and help get corporate fitness back into organizations, get companies productive, get margins back in, take out costs, reinvent the organizations. And I have 2 partners, and Stinson Partners. You can see us on the web. Okay. I'm also not a dragon.
Okay, so thank you. And are you ready? Yeah. Okay. So first up, Niclas. This up. I think you have to hold this. Okay, welcome, Niclas.
So 3 minutes. I'm Niclas Johansson, and I want to topple the reign of peanuts, or in Swedish, störta jordnötsväldet, with a new category of gourmet snacks. Today, when you go to a bar, you get the options between chili nuts or peanuts. I'm allergic to nuts, so I don't have very many options. So we created a Go Nuts product, Super Mix gourmet snacks, and also no nuts product to start with. Our idea is to elevate the drinking experience, the bar experience, by including this gourmet dimension. We want the customers to be able to match if they're having red wine or white wine or dark beer or light beer and so on. We'll have 8 different snacks taste combinations in our basic menu. And this is some of the pictures from our evolution. We've had some different packaging and product development phases here. We are on the market today. This is just below Debaser at Göta Källare, where our Supermix products are sold. And Elite Hotel, Marina Tower also chose to buy a first batch of our products a while ago. The reason Bar-Deli will work is that on all levels of food consumption today, there's the culinary experience that's taking center stage. There are foodies, food nerds, in such areas as coffee experts, tea experts, chocolate experts, whiskey experts, salt experts, sourdough bread experts, and so on. But you can't have a gourmet experience at a snack level to your regular beer or premium beer or wine at a bar yet. Bottom-up luxury, these trends come from Ridderheimsrapporten, who yearly releases a trend report about the Swedish and Scandinavian food trends. Bottom-up luxury is just to refine regular products, which is just what we've done here. And trust food is about ecological and everything like that. Of course, we have that aspect in here too. We are out on the trade shows and meeting customers, creating a buzz in social media. You can find positive blog posts and forum posts and so on about Bar-Deli, and we're getting much appreciation from food nut allergics and connoisseurs alike. I'm not doing this alone. Team Bar-Deli is 5 people, and the first thing I needed to have in place was food expertise and design. So we have that and more. We're going to take over, and I hope I can talk to especially Björn Strand about the consumer market eventually. Thanks.
So, thank you, Niclas. The microphone to the friends, not dragons, or friends.
This is a very good question I'd like to pose to you, because you speak to me directly because I've been experimenting extensively with combinations of candy and red wine. Yeah. So I totally understand what you're into. The thing is, what I would like to see in this one, it doesn't say if it's for beer or red wine or white wine.
That's for the snacks menu, where we have 8 different products aligned with whatever you're choosing. And that's the basic menu. We're also opening up for specific brands to advertise their brands with specifically developed food products that are from our team of expertise. So we have chefs who can make whiskey aligned nuts, whiskey or any wine or any drink you have.
Would you provide the bars with good margins, because that's what they have when they buy these big boxes of peanuts?
Yeah, the margins are good enough because this is a new category. They are not as high as the regular peanuts that you basically lift from a bucket, and they have all their negative traits and so on. But we do have an acceptable margin, which we've proven on the market already.
How come you would like to take this to bars? Is that the first step, or will you take it out to regular stores?
Yeah, that's a branding strategy.
Okay.
But also to have the choice of going premium at first and then broadening.
I like this because it's about repackaging stuff that's already there in an intelligent way, had this been an internet company, I would like to talk to you afterwards. But unfortunately I'm limited now to become your customer instead.
Anyone else that would like to comment?
So, what's your ambition in 3 years' time? How many of these packages?
In 3 years' time, we will have a significant market share of the 176 million crowns that we're seeing at 860 bars and so on.
So Sweden.
Yeah. In Swedish market penetration of about 50% there, because we're only talking the premium segment of that, and that will in 2-3 years' time give us the position and capital and through revenue to make a launch to the consumer market and also expand internationally.
Okay, and how will you beat the competition? There are quite big players out there when you become big.
Yeah, we're already partnering up with distributors like the drink, the breweries, Carlsberg, and so on, and we're looking for strategic partnerships with them to get broad distribution. So we want to complement the competitors and not compete with them.
Okay, one more.
All right.
One more.
Niclas, just one simple question. Yes. What percentage of your total business profit that you foresee is going to come from sponsorship and corporate partnerships vis-a-vis regular margins of business?
Eventually more and more, but in
3 years, let's say.
40%, 30 or 40%.
40%. And is that going to be your key to fighting the large food product companies who can launch this product
The
overnight?
relationships that are implemented along the way, yes,
Okay.
that'll be.
Perfect, thanks.
Thank you, Niclas. The next thing is Ecolution. Are they here?
Yes, I'm here. And I have only one slide.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Okay, 3 minutes starts now then.
Hello, everyone. I'm Christian Jonsson, and together with a partner from Kwitt-e, who is not here today, he's fortunate enough testing our product in Åre. He's out in the slopes enjoying the skis we made, and those pair of skis are a bit special. They're 100% made out of renewable, environmentally friendly material, and they have the same performance in the slope, so they're just as good to ski on as any other ski. It can be done at the same cost, but the difference is we're completely environmentally friendly. And this is thanks to a technology innovation at Kwitt-e. We have successfully replaced the glass fiber. In the glass fiber layer, we've taken some research from Kwitt-e and created the ski just because we want to show the ski manufacturers that they can do also environmentally friendly skis. There are ambitions among the ski manufacturers to become more environmentally friendly, but to this date it hasn't been a good option. There have been no technologically good options. But so we want to become their supplier, so to say. The material is actually made out of 100% organic and environmentally friendly materials, basically hemp and bio-based plastics. And we have checked with a patent firm the last week actually, and how we can protect it. So where we are now, well, we're trying to raise funds to be able to finance these patents. And actually, another thing, except the fun testing you can do when you're producing skis, is from a technological and developing point of view, it's very, very neat. It's very, very good because it fits. It's very easy to calculate. But we've also manufactured it, so we can take our replacement for glass fiber and go directly to other industries, like vehicle industry, where glass fiber is used today, and new industries like furniture, because it's all you need to do compared to glass fiber today is just buy our material instead, because that's the way we designed it. You just add heat and pressure, and then it will mold, just like glass fiber or fiberglass. Yes, that's 3 minutes, pretty much. On a final note, maybe I should say this is based on a bunch of research done at Kwitt-e. It's pretty hard to pitch it in 3 minutes, but hopefully we'll have some nice questions.
So who wants to mind?
So I hear a research project. I'm not sure I hear a business case.
Several research projects which have turned out into this material, which is actually a master thesis that is concluded now. And we have this material. We have had contacts with 2 ski manufacturers, one of which have helped develop that ski. And the only reason why we haven't sold anything to them yet is that we want a patent first.
Okay.
So, yes?
Yep. I guess it's really fantastic to do all the research and understanding how to create this material. What I would like to hear in the background is sort of, okay, well, how do you build a company that creates this material, or are you going to be selling skis, or you know? So it's sort of fantastic invention. Where's the business case behind it? You know, are you?
I mentioned that the skis were just to show the ski manufacturers as an initial step. Then we want to go out to other markets to replace glass fiber, because it's good in that way that it's very easy moldable, pretty cheap. However, environmentally it's catastrophic. It's crude oil based. It destroys machinery because the glass fibers are so strong, really. So it really requires high maintenance.
The question really is, okay, so with this material that you discovered, how does a company look in producing that material?
Yes. At first, we wanted to patent it, to produce it, and then to sell it. However, we started to look also at licensing to make sure someone else produces it, and then we're only going to do the selling and the R&D. So to focus on what we actually know here in Sweden, or in our competences.
Does this material have all the properties in common with glass fiber? Is it exactly the same type of material? There's one question. The second one is, can you use all the molding and shaping equipment already out there in manufacturing, in order, the glass fiber manufacturing world, in order to just pour in this material instead and get the same type out on the other end, though it's organic?
Yes. I would like to answer the first question, actually the second question first, and the simple answer is yes. You do what you call a pre-impregnated fiber cloth. Then you impregnate it with plastic, and just add heat. And you do this also with glass fiber or fiberglass pre-preg. So you do it just the same way. And the first question was exactly the same properties. If you list all the properties of glass fiber and list all the properties of our environmentally friendly material, they differ on some points. However, what we have done is actually just altered the composition of the skis. So we used a little less core, I think, and a little more of our fiber, of our pre-preg and our material, and we got exactly the same dynamic or ski performance. So.
Yes. So the last question.
Yeah. Could you choose the color of because glass fiber is you can have the paint in it, so you want a red boat, you can have a red boat, for example. But because the boat industry is, they use glass fiber very much.
Yes.
For example.
Yeah, we have a fix for that. This is actually a picture of the first ski, and we did not do a printed layer or anything of it. But the top sheet, so to say, of a ski, which you can actually use as well on a boat to protect it from water, could be colored in any way. We have actually started a little collaboration with a person from Paris, art director student, and he's designing the first pair of skis. They look awesome.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, so next team is Kwitt-e. Okay, so and a thought for Wentao.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Wentao. I'm a math student at KTH, and I will be very glad to answer any questions at the end of this presentation. Our group's idea is Kwitt-e is safeguarding receipts is that we want to develop a real-time receipts digitalization system. The reason we want to do is that because currently some people, especially the business people and professors at school, they always go different countries to have meetings and meet some people they want to meet, and sometimes they always carry stacks of receipts with them, and sometimes they lost one or two of them, and it's not appropriate for them to claim the whole travel cost back. So, and the second reason we want to do is that some people buy considerably expensive household appliance at the retailers like Bar or PC City, because PC City, but several months later they lost the receipts, and it's a bit complex for them to claim the receipts back. So we want to do that. Kwitt-e, it's our system. We will develop a system so our customers. So first we purchase the items from our partners like Bar or any other lodging and the flight booking website, and at the same time they will transfer the transaction information to our company, which is the customer's account, which they create before they purchase the items from our partners. Then they can go to the website of our company and log in their accounts. Then they just print out everything they need immediately. So there are two reasons I just mentioned. It's complex because there are lots of receipts they got in their hands. Also the warranty they want, and this is the market. We can see in Sweden market. We estimate that there are about 900,000 Swedish kroners in the academic staff market. And also we got a European EU number, which is about 22 million. This number is got from the European Commission, so I think we can trust this number. And this is the appliance market history. In 2009, the items of the laptops was about 64 million, and the 150 is our membership fee. And if we think 10% of the people buy that, purchase our service, then we can get almost 9 million Swedish kroners. And we predict that this year the market will be 30,000 million Swedish kroners. So how are we gonna do that? In our team, there's very experienced technology people who is a software engineer. He's been working on that position for 10 years. So I think the technology is feasible. And the important thing is that we will have the agreements with the website, especially the hotel booking website and the airlines booking website, and also the retailers like the Bar, PC City, and finally, this is the plan we're gonna how to market our service. So first, for the big companies, we can sign contract with them, so that the employees in that organization can use our service. And for the private customers, we can put our advertisement on the coupon and ask some people who know this local community to write the press release, so the community can know our company. Also, we can have the free trial program for the professors at school, and they can persuade their colleagues to join our service. And also, we can use the cyber advertising loyalty program, which means if we have agreement with EasyJet, then EasyJet can believe that our customers will be their potential customers. So I think they will be glad to do that. And in future, we can do the warranty extension. Thank you.
So who would like to start?
Thank you for the presentation. I think this is a very exciting segment. and there are quite a few players looking at what can be done within this space. So how far have you come in the development of the business, and have you looked at the competition, and what are your conclusions there?
Okay, yeah. Currently, we are at the initial stage of the software developing, but we have not a concrete program we can use, but we are working on that currently. So as far as the competition is concerned, I can give you two competitors. The first is that it's called Warranty. Oh, the first one. Okay, so first one it's called Concur, which is an American company. They have developed a very good software which is called employee spend management solutions. So which means they sell this software to companies. Then the companies can track and manage the employees' travel and expense, how they spend money, how they do the daily travels. So they can track everything. The problem is that it's the difference between our company, and them is that we sell service, and this sell software is different product. So the business model is quite different, I think. And also, since we sell the service, so we just sell a membership fee. So we think the membership fee for 1 year is 150 kronas, so which is much cheaper than a software. And the second competitor we got is Warranty.com. This company is an Israel company. They do the very similar business with us. Similar is that they only do the electronic warranty. However, this is a local company in Israel, and also they have developed a hardware, which means they should connect this hardware to the local shops. But we don't have any hardware, so we don't have to do that. So we can save the cost for a hardware development. We just have a program and integrate this program to our partners. Then they can update all the systems in Sweden. Then it's done. So it's easy.
I tend to agree that this is a very exciting area, but though I'm not sure that this is approach. I'm sorry if I tend to be a little on the negative side here, but I've been for ages now been able at American airports to buy this little receipt scanner, which I plug into my PC. I'm a Mac user, so I don't have that scanner because it's not available for Mac. But if I had been a PC user, I would have had that scanner for years now. The positive thing of that is, of course, that all receipts can go into that. Not only receipts from companies that are a partner, which I think will be the major hurdle for you, to sign up everyone to send you digital receipts, because they simply won't. Because companies want to keep that information to themselves. They don't want to give that out freely. Everyone in big corporations now sit and think on how can they utilize the data mining capabilities stored in their systems, and they will not share that with you. But these little paper things, they need to share that with you because it's the law. So I think you need to find a way to convert paper into digital. That would be the future for you, I think.
Okay, the technology you have mentioned, I mean the transfer of paper into a digitalized paper, which has been developed. There's a United States company has done that business. So they also have the machine, like basically it's a scanner. You just scan every receipt you got into the machine, and it will automatically give you a form. But I think you should still keep all the receipts you have before you get home. So it's also kind of complex. But as a customer, you don't have anything. You just a membership and a go line. That's all.
Yeah, we actually have to okay, short.
I think you're targeting the residential customers or a private individual, right? What is going to prevent me from using my cell phone to take a photograph of the receipt and save it onto my hard disk and solve my problems of needing electronic Absolutely.
Okay, but take a picture of the receipt you got. It depends on whether the retailer can recognize this kind of receipts. If they can do that, probably they can. If they don't, maybe that's a problem, I think. Yeah.
So thanks again for pitching. And take the opportunity to ask him more questions afterwards. It's all about taking opportunities. So the next team will be EduDolls.
So we are Sofia Hallström-Petralito, that's me, Julia Persson, and then Anna Lansfjord, who couldn't make it today. And we are actually doing this repackaging thing that you were talking about earlier, doing something old but in a new package. And this is half the package, so this is the only picture we have right now. So.
Right, so it's proven over and over and over again that play is a proven efficient method for enhancing children's learning. And if you also integrate elements of tangibility, interactiveness, as well as engaging storytelling, then the learning experience will be enhanced even further. So these insights are the foundation of our company, EduDolls, and our concept is to offer dolls with strong and engaging characters which will educate children in early school age and inspire them to learn through a series of books and accessories which incorporate these elements I just mentioned. We call this concept infotainment, and each doll we launch is representing a certain area of knowledge, and all our books are developed together with parents, teachers, experts and researchers within the area of children's learning. So each product we offer and launch is strongly reflecting parents' expressed needs, teachers' school curriculum, as well as researched methods which are proven to be efficient for children's learning. So, for example, our doll Paulina, we have no picture of her, only Stefania, which was the first one. She will teach children about mathematics, not through making them memorize numbers and equations, but through strengthening their own analytical thinking through explaining mathematical concepts and relationships.
So what you saw earlier was the EduDoll, and then the concept around it, the books, it's basically, if you want to cut it down to something very easy, it's basically a doll with a book. And the character of the doll is developed in the book, and the book is part of the Smart Kids Club, where also we will incorporate, with time of course and with resources, we'll incorporate games and well, basically make a word out of this for kids, and then also have tangible accessories as well, like for example for Stefania, historical accessories like clothing and furniture. Our target group is of course children in the first few years of school, when they still play with dolls but have become sufficiently conscient about, like they have the right logical processes. But of course we're not selling this to the kids, but we're selling it to the parents. So the content is very important for us, and that's also why we are working with people in the research field and with well-knowledged children books authors and illustrators and doll designers. So we have a big network. The market potential, well, of course, it's a new market for Europe, so the market is hard to calculate, but looking at how big the toys market is and the dolls market, which is about 12% of the toy market. Now, of course, we're also in the educational field, so it's a crossover, but we have calculated it to a potential market in Europe of 2 billion euros, which is quite nice. And our goal is to, within 10 years, reach 10% of, actually it's supposed to be the Swedish doll market, not the toy market, because the toy market is almost 4 billion kronor in Sweden. So, and we're doing this in 2 steps. So now we're launching the first step, or we're moving into the first step, which is production on a smaller scale and selling directly to parents, well, of course, because we have limited resources at the beginning, and because it's always good to test the product first.
Sorry, we have to stop
Oh.
Okay, so thank you.
Okay, very, very interesting. It seems like, I mean, I'm not a parent, but I would imagine that there is a lot of competition in this space. Fun learning, just to categorize it like that. What approach are you guys taking to tell parents that your learning process is more effective than others? So again, I'm sort of going towards the competitive edge. And I would imagine that it would be something in the learning element of your business case.
Actually, we believe that we've looked at many of the books and toys which are supposed to be educative, and we actually didn't see the strong connection to knowledgeable people, experts, researchers, and we think that one of our competitive edges will be the network we have, which develops every product. It's going to be a clear stamp of proven that this really is efficient and effective.
Yeah. For example, we have our connection is basically with what you learn at school. So it's the school subjects we're moving after. And we have people in our network who have been in the skolverket, I don't know what it's called in English, who have been involved in developing the schedules for the yearly schedules for school.
What I would recommend is if you can get some case studies and some history that, you know, trials basically, that you've taken a group of kids and you've put them through your process and improved their grades, blah, blah, blah. You know, it's a proven effective method. And really go at that. Because if I'm not hearing a school of thinking behind the instructional methods for learning, then, you know, I'd like to see some results or something as a parent, I would imagine.
Yeah, we've been thinking about it. We are planning to have a focus group, but that's a very good idea to develop it into something more.
Results.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's going to take some time to get that.
Yeah.
That's testing your market.
Yeah, well, since we are beginning in a smaller scale, we actually have the ability to do it, since we're not starting with producing 10,000 dolls first.
So you used your time as entrepreneurs and spoke longer than 3 minutes, but that leaves less time for questions, so we have to move on. Though I encourage you to speak with the panel afterwards. Thank you. So next on stage is Hallström.
Hi, my name is Tobias, and I'm here together with my brother Daniel to present our company called HypeZoo, which is a search engine for upcoming products. Today, we live in the expectation society in which we believe that the future will bring us greater satisfaction. Mikael Dahlén, that is the author of the book Nextopia, says, "The next product will be the perfect one, providing meaning to our life. But finding this next product is not an easy task." This year, 20,000 new products were announced at the CES trade show. And Engadget, one of the most popular gadget blogs, posts on average 37 new posts every single day about upcoming products. So keeping up with this enormous flow of information is both a hard and time-consuming task.
And this is the problem that Hypesoo solves. Hypesoo makes it possible to look into the future. For example, when you want to buy a mobile phone, you go to Hypesoo and then you search for mobile phones. And then you see both existing products and upcoming products. And when you find an upcoming product that you like, you can just sign up to it. And then you get notified when it's released. We use like buzz and social networks to rank these products. So it's easier to find the most interesting ones. So what was previously like keeping up to date, which was previously hard and very time consuming, is now a simple search at Hypesoo. The gadget market, it's a huge market. We estimate that the market of shopping comparison sites for use blogs, product use blogs, is about $2.2 billion US. And that's just the US market. The market is mature, but our unique focus on time gives us a competitive advantage that we will use as a base for getting into this market. And this growth will be driven by our main site, but we also provide product notifications, release notifications to media and blogs, and also to add pre-order services to retailers. In 5 years, we aim to have 5% of the product use market, and also to have a share of the shopping comparison market. So hopefully the future is ours.
Hi, how will you get out your product to the market? Also, how will you market it?
Of course, there's different things to do, but one thing that we do is that we cooperate with blogs and news sites. For example, in Sweden we work together with the Feber and M3, and we are giving us the opportunity to have, like, if they write about a future product, their users can sign up and get notified. And there you have a Hypesoo widget that is visible for all those users, and we also have Hypesoo in the middle. So that's one thing. Then we reach the target market straight away. Then we think also we want to, of course, use like search engine marketing, like SEO and SEM.
For example, Spotify, they got a partnership with a big. They got a partnership with a big, music industry. So they had, for example, if you had, have you think about to have, for example, Nokia and Sony Ericsson as partners? So they have.
We haven't tried.
Okay, because then they will have. You want to know more when our products sign up, and they can tell you to. So they help you with your marketing. And they have a good channel to get out their products. So, for example, I think Spotify is a good example how to get it.
I'm more curious as to how you will get the stuff into Hypesoo.
We actually, there are a lot of press releases out there, so we can collect press releases and then we create the price from them. And this is done in a kind of semi-automatic way, so to keep the quality of the database, we get suggested like release date and kind of products and tags and stuff like that, but it's still maintained by a human. And that process will be improved over time as well, so it's we'll hopefully have a better system behind it, so making it easy to add products.
Are you system developers or your?
Yeah, that's fine.
So what do you actually foresee as your actual spend on building this entire platform over the next 1 year?
How much we spend on it? Or
how much would you need to invest?
Our time. Yeah, exactly. So basically we have a site already running, and
I have a really good question, because are you planning to use any advanced search technologies to power it?
No, it's not that advanced. It's, I mean, it depends on what you say. We collect them. It's pretty simple, like from blogs and stuff. So it's not like a great investment that you do in that.
Okay, I get the point. Thanks.
Thank you. So next on stage is just add stuff.
Hello everyone, my name is Hannes Kirgard and I'm here with my team, just add stuff. Could we have my PowerPoint please? I can introduce Thomas Eo, one of the members, and Johan Eriksson, our developer. And we've been working on this project for 1 week. We started last weekend at Stockholm Startup Weekend. Yeah, there you go. You click with this. And we won the competition, so that's why we're here today. Anyway, our business idea is just add stuff. It's a white label Blocket solution, and Blocket is like Craigslist, where you have classified ads. This is what it looks like. You can have your own logo at the top and your own footer at the bottom, and have your own ads. So let me walk you through some examples. This is Voxin. It's a blog about pop culture. You can buy and sell DVDs on the site. Another example is Steel Sports Center. It's a student organization that arrange skiing trips where you can buy and sell skiing equipment. But we have a little twist, and that is that you can share the ads on different markets. So on Svenska Skidförbundet, you can have the same ads that you had on Steel Sport Organization. So you have synergy effects. But let's talk about money. How do we make money? Well, we do it like these guys. Contextual ad networks have many players, and 2008 the turnover for Blocket was 408 million Swedish crowns, and Allannonser had a turnover of 4.7 million. Let me walk you through one of the examples. We take one niche market, because what we're all about is finding niche markets. The hockey market. We have over 645 different hockey clubs in Sweden, and on Blocket right now there's around 1 to 3 ads on hockey equipment. So that means there's a large part of the market that is not organized and is offline, and we want to put it online. So if we take 5% of all hockey players, we put one ad a year, that would be 2,900 ads just in the hockey market. And we take 20 crowns for each ad that we put up, with a revenue split of 50%. And there's lots of these niche markets. You have the skiing market, you have the scuba diving, you have circus artists, you have textbooks for schools, etc., in the second hand. So if we gather around 60 of these markets, we will end up with a turnover of 3.4 million Swedish crowns, or EBITDA 1.2 million SEK. But why will we win? Well, because site owners will want to classify us on their website, because they will add an extra revenue stream, and they will also add value to their community. People can buy and sell used stuff. And with our solution, there are no startup costs. There is no technical skills required, not even for the white labeling and changing the appearance of the website. And it's easier to start when you join an existing network of ads. So that's us. Just add stuff. Thank you very much.
Maybe I missed this, but how do you get your exposure?
We use the existing markets, like Svenska Hockeyförbundet. It's a huge organization for hockey clubs. So when we find leaders in each individual niche markets, and have a revenue split with them. So we have to talk to around 60 persons in order to get that turnover that we're talking about.
So it's a customized Blocket.
Exactly.
Or, okay. And how? So in essence, you're going to be competing with Blocket.
Yes.
Okay.
And many have tried and died.
Yeah. You started 1 week ago. When will the product be up and running?
We were actually hoping today, but we're thinking maybe tomorrow or yesterday, depending on how much beer we drink.
I like your time.
But Johan Eriksson is a great developer, and she actually put the basic of the whole web system, a copy of Blocket within 1 week.
Is it if you have a supplier, who will they contact you? How will you reach the supplier? For example, hockey clubs.
Yes.
Yeah, and you will go to the hockey club company and said, put your ad here.
Exactly.
And then you will make money on the ads. And then you will go to Hockeyförbundet and say, put this ad here. So it's good guys. What will the hockey, for example, the Hockeyförbundet, will they make any money of it?
Of course, they will have a revenue split of 50%.
Okay.
So we keep 50% for keeping the system up and going.
Okay.
And it's also important to know that the whole buy and sell market in contextual ad network, will classified ad network, will look like Svenska Hockeyförbundet.
Yeah.
So we will actually capitalize on their brand and the bond between their members.
Okay.
Okay, I think we should go on. Or quick comment? No? Really quick. The next one on stage, by the way, is event goers, so you can prepare.
So I think you've addressed the selling side easily, but the searching, how would a buyer locate you? If he's a generic buyer for hockey stuff, does he need to be a specialist? Is it only high-end equipment that you're trying to capture?
There are already websites out there for these small niche markets that have lots of visitors, and we will get those visitors to see the second-hand market classifies. So that's how we will reach the buyer and also the seller, so you can buy and sell stuff on that market. So we supply them a platform where they can buy and sell stuff and use. But it's also important that we use the same ads if they like to join the same ad network. So you can have your ad can actually be shown on different hockey sites.
Thank you. By the way, we're going to steal like 3-4 minutes of you because you're a bit late in here, but we'll do it within the time period. But you were a bit late, so is that okay with you? Okay, good. You have no choice, by the way.
Hello, my name is Annika. I'm just going to start by a quick question. Who of you here want to meet new people at this event or connect to new people? Raise your hand. See, that's most of you. We are here to help you. We are developing a site called eventgoers.com, and we just simply want to help eventgoers connect to each other. So today's event sites, I don't know if when you registered for this event you went into a site and there's not really a lot of information for us who go to the events. It's mostly for event organizers. So we want to add some more functionality to the site. We want to create a community around events like this today. So basically, the way it works is that we build a web community where you have your profile. You can so you can easily see who are the people attending the same event as you. We will also add social media to the community. So there will, of course, be the Twitter back channel, so you can read on Twitter what people are saying about the event, and you can watch the Flickr stream of photos from the events right on the same site. So we will also help people connect with each other by the event goers can use tag words for profession or background. So on the site there can be suggestions on you should meet this person or that person, and also we can suggest other events that you should go to, or say that people that are going to this event are actually going to that event next weekend. So, and there will also be more fun functionality such as real-time voting, maybe through an iPhone app afterwards. And you can collect points by being a really active event goer if you go to a sponsor's booth, for instance. And we will do this by building an API that can be used on an event site. And we also have more things, but for 3 minutes there's no time. So the benefits are that event organizers will give more value to the people going to the event. There will be also viral marketing for events, so people will find out that startup day was today, so maybe they will come next time. And for event goers, we can connect more easily. That's where the idea comes from. And for sponsors, we have also longer development for how sponsors then can connect to the event goers. But that's a longer discussion. And we will then the event organizers will pay per event. And also we will then sell our services to actually online event registration services. So they will add this as their extra service. So that was 3 minutes. Thank you.
Some comments?
For example, Facebook has, a lot of, what's it called, apps, or what it's called, just now you can sign up to events and so on. Is it possible to, I know a lot of companies use, for example, Facebook to get sent out. Could you have an application for Facebook and make profit so they pay you to bring out this to Facebook and so on?
Yes, yeah.
I guess I'm curious to see the numbers.
Yeah.
So
we also started a week ago at Startup Weekend. So we have done some market research, and but it is so difficult to see which is it the whole event market or and that's like billions of kronas. And so what we want to focus on is mainly business events in the beginning, like this one, and we haven't actually found the figures as yet. But what we want to do is people who sell tickets, they can actually just spend 10 kroner per ticket, and which will go to us. And then for an event like this, it would be 3,000 in our pocket. So that would be just a example of how it should work.
Okay. I wanted to make a quick comment about the Blocket-like company. It can be sometimes dangerous to talk about how easy it is to build your product, because that sort of says there's no barrier to entry. So I'm surprised that one of these guys didn't pounce on that. But that's also another, should take, if it doesn't take you very long to build your product, there is no barrier to entry. And so there'll be lots of competition and so forth. So I'm not saying that that's with your case, but just as a note to the last presenter.
Okay, thank you. When we have all the teams on stage now, we're going to hand out some gifts and get a winner. So all the teams. So if you have a quick call about a winner. So this workshop was hosted by SSES together with TIE. TIE is a network that exists. It's the largest network in the world with VCs and so TIE is the largest network in the world of entrepreneurs and VCs and professionals. So if anybody of you is interested in pitching like this to an investor, come and talk to us later. Then I think, how did it went?
This? Yes. It was fun.
Do you think we kept the time, 3 minutes each?
I don't know if I...
No, we didn't. Some of you spoke longer, but we were kind to you because this is about inspiration. In reality, this wouldn't happen. So all of you are going to get prizes with mentoring and coaching to enhance your pitching skills. And the winner will actually get sort of a reversed investment lunch. Basically, you will sit down with the investors, but instead of presenting your case, you get advice on how to present it in a better way to actually get investment next time you present. And then when you talk about pitching, some people mistake it for sales. Like the best sales book that I know is perhaps Dale Carnegie's How to Win Friends and Influence People. But I think like pitching is more like you have to have one pitch for each moment. You know, like, oh, that's an investor, that's a developer. So I think this book is sort of the Bible of pitching. It's Neil Strauss, The Game. I think, you know, like, it's not about one-liners. It's about like analyzing the target before you pitch. So this is actually great for pitching, not for picking up, for pitching. So, are you done? Okay, and right after this, on the next floor, there will be fika and some fruit and stuff like that. Yeah, and Elisa wants to say something.
Yes, I represent the Stockholm School of Entrepreneurship. And while the judges are considering who to win, I'd like to thank our moderator from Thai Nordic. Thank you.
Do you agree? Yeah. Okay. Who should announce? So this is Johan Jörgensen.
Yes, this is tricky. It's always very hard to be a judge when you see something for 3 minutes and you don't have time to appreciate the persons, the individuals behind it. However, we have come to a conclusion. We weren't able to pick a winner, but we were able to pick 2 winners. And we had a hard time separating them. We think that the product with or the concept with the highest potential is probably the glass fiber replacement. So we'd like to credit you for that, because if that holds what it promises and what you says, it can be a true revolution. But we do think you have a couple of serious challenges when it comes to building a company around it. And you know, for dragons or business angels or investors to invest in R&D projects, that's almost inevitably a no-no. So that's your challenge. But if you can meet that challenge, I think it's a great future. As for company, we think Hypesu has an excellent potential. It combines to us, an analysis of the market where you actually, you sell something for the future, or and I think all of us always ask ourselves, when I buy this product, is something better coming out next month? The potential of Hypesu is, of course, that we will push all our investments into the future. We will never buy anything because next month it comes something even better. So so that's a potential, perhaps a positive thing, because we'll reduce our consumption. But we think you guys seem to have identified an area, and you seem to be individuals who can execute on that idea. So we'd like to decide you as the winners for the company, but you the glass fiber for the product. So I'm sorry, Hannes, we weren't able to fulfill your. There's 2 winners.
Hey, you're the one buying the lunch, so whatever. So we made some diplomas for you, or certificates. They were printed downstairs, and they look like shit. Sorry, but it's what you gain from them. So let's give an applause also to the audience that stayed there for 10 minutes.